It is now time for our second bout of the evening. It is set for 3 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division, once again under Glory Kickboxing rules. Let's meet our fighters. First, making his way to the cage, please welcome Chris Deluca.
And another kickboxing bout up next for us. Chris Deluca in the 155-pound division making his way to the cage. We can see on the tail of the tape, significantly more experienced in life at 30 years old, 5'9", so he's the shorter of the two. Both these guys making their debuts. Mr. Deluca lists his style as a kickboxer.
Yeah, and absolutely, Deluca trains high altitude as well as elevation, so obviously we know what kind of fighters come out of that elevation gym.
And Joseph Fisher coming in at just 18 years old, the taller of the two at 6'1", lists his style as Sambo.
And I think it was 2 fights ago here in Wyoming, JR. It was the Wyoming 1, and I think we had another youngster get his fight started at 18. You see it a lot in boxing. We don't see it much in kickboxing at this level.
Glory rules for us, speaking of at this level. So that rule set basically really to try to keep the action going, keep a fast pace, not allow for much stalling.
What Deluca looks cut, ripped, and ready to roll. Looks like he's been training hard.
Does seem to be in shape this evening, yes, sir.
And how about that last fight? Tyler Stone fighting at 205 at one time was 280.
Came down from 280.
Wow.
Martial arts are a wonderful thing. And it looks like they're calling for a little tape for the gloves here of Mr. Deluca.
We got this, after this kickboxing under Glory rules, we have 2 MMA fights coming up, 1 more kickboxing, and then a boxing fight. So we got everything. Anybody that likes contact sports, we've got it all tonight.
And his opponent, fighting out of the nutrition company of Cheyenne Blue Corner, please welcome to the cage, Joseph Fisher.
JR, I'm wondering, when you were 18, what it was. When I was 18, it was training Taekwondo, but you're so young in it, wanting to get as much experience as you can. He's going to get it tonight by a guy that trains part-time at Elevation.
That he is, and he's probably been doing it for a few years if he's coming in now, so maybe a little bit ahead of the game as far as compared to where we were at that age.
Absolutely. Things have changed, though. Things have changed in life, and I think you grow up a little quicker these days. New fighters for us, and it's always, when we see guys that we know, like coming up, we got the Dudo brothers, fighting. We kind of know what to expect from them in a family affair boxing. You're always going to get a tough fight.
Yeah, we've talked about it so much here at Sparta, just enjoying watching the debut of these guys and seeing the spark of a career just beginning and knowing that you're gonna get to watch them go. I remember watching little Mr. Justin J. Train Gonzalez in a couple of his very first ever times in the cage and thinking to myself, that man's going somewhere. Well, sure enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, this lightweight kickboxing bout is brought to you by Hot Spot Chili. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, from Long Meadow, Massachusetts, representing high altitude martial arts, Chris Dookie Deluca.
Dookie.
And his opponent, fighting out of the nutrition company of Cheyenne Blue Corner, from Denver, Colorado, representing Samba One Training Center, Joseph Steez Fisher.
Steez, huh? Wonder what the backstory there is.
Gentlemen, you've had your final instructions. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Fighter questions. Fighter questions. Touch them up back to your corners.
So Deluca in the red, Fisher in the blue. 155-pound kickboxing action. Oscar Martinez, he's in the black.
Oscar will have control of this one. Here we go. Touch him up.
Solid body kick.
Yeah. I think Deluca right now trying to figure out that height advantage, JR.
See if Fisher's able to take advantage of it. He is a debut fighter, but comes out of a great gym, so.
Deluca ducked in almost to a right hand. Kind of feeling each other out right now, but again, a good catch right there and dump.
So you're not allowed to step across and sweep the leg as Mr. Deluca did there.
And pretty clear, Oscar told him if you do it again, you're going to lose a point. Slight breeze kicking up here in Wyoming, outside venue.
Tell you what, for a couple debut fighters, these guys both looking really calm, studying each other, as is normal, a little bit of a feeling out process, but you can tell these guys have been putting in their time in the gym.
Absolutely.
Good knee exchange. Very even on the exchange there.
Again, for an 18-year-old coming in the ring, doesn't look too bad because a lot of times you see the tentative. That's a nice kick, a little bit up above the kidney by Deluca.
Deluca's trying to give a little bit of fakes and feints with his eyes with the kick, doing the proverbial look low, kick high.
Less than 10 seconds, there's the clacker. Kind of a feel him out round, JR.
Both guys looking pretty smooth. I'm impressed for debut fighters. This guy's looking very good. Doesn't seem to be any wariness of the opponent or anything. Just, like you said, feeling out and
technical. A little bit technical, trying to figure out what they can do.
Yeah, so we'll see if they pick up the pace and the power coming up for round two.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better night here.
Wow. So perfect outside here.
What is it? The 21st is the last day of summer, isn't it? We got
I
2
think
days
so,
left.
yeah.
That's it.
Checking out the replay here, and Deluca doing a nice job managing the distance, although he has taken a couple of really hard kicks. This is that nice knee exchange where both fighters were able to throw technically and land well on one another.
In that clinch, so both kind of tightened up in the abdominal area, so nothing really affected them. See what the second round brings us. Deluca pressing forward, but the 18-year-old coming up with some punches.
Well, we talked about, are they going to come out a little faster and with a little more power, and Fisher doing just that.
Again, Fisher looks pretty calm for a debut fighter. Spinning back kick did not score. Fisher's reading Deluca very well right now.
Yeah, I was just going to mention a really nice job of managing the distance, staying on the outside, ready to load up with his punches with that longer range that he has.
Leg kicks by Deluca, finding a home, but it doesn't seem to be bothering the 18-year-old at all, Fisher.
And I think that body kick by Fisher stung Deluca a little bit. There was a little bit of a facial reaction on that one.
Yeah, we heard it over here, that's for sure. They were on the other side of the cage.
Corner of Deluca calling for the outside leg kick.
There it is. Big right hand.
Good exchange, and Fisher tried to go with the head kick on that one, just got caught up on the shoulder of Deluca. It was a wise choice of technique, just didn't exactly play out for him.
Front snap kick by Deluca falls short, trying to keep that distance right there. Not scoring at all, though.
Right before that last exchange they had, I was going to say Deluca threw a leg kick, and The top of his foot went right across the knee of Fisher, and man, that's painful to the foot of the fighter that throws that kick. That might slow down his kicking game a little bit.
Absolutely. Nice knee right there by Deluca, and Fisher pushes him up against the cage. Less than 10 seconds to go in this round. We're going to go to a third round with these fighters. It's a busy last 10 seconds.
DeLuca needing to be ushered over to his corner. Referee Oscar Martinez letting him know where it is.
Next fight up is a guy, Micah Haas. I'm excited to see. Grant Neal had told me about him, trains at Genesis.
Excellent.
Excellent. That is excellent, sir.
Excellent. Checking out the replay here. Fisher managing that distance very well, using his height to his advantage. DeLuca trying to probe, trying to work his way in, seeing what Fisher's going to do. And unfortunately for DeLuca, what Fisher does is reads the distance well.
Let's see what this third round brings. It's kind of anybody's fight right now. It's tough to score.
Has been a close fought battle. Round 3.
Now's the time, Superman punch. Uppercut by Fisher did not land. DeLuca was coming in there. A lot of feinting right now. Oh, nice right hand.
Corner Fisher told him jab through his jab. They want him to just put that hand out front and get himself moving forward, and he did a nice job of listening to his corner, Coach Michael Sullivan.
Yeah, and then he put in a front snap kick there that landed right in the abdomen.
Good right hand, and the uppercut scored that time.
18-year-old looks calm and cool, that's for sure.
He sure does.
Body kick, he comes back hard against DeLuca.
DeLuca does a really nice job of trapping kicks. He's done that throughout this fight. It's just in the Glory kickboxing rules, it's so limited as to what you can do after you've trapped a kick.
Spinning back kick by DeLuca just drew air. So again, Fisher using that reach and then coming in and take advantage of it.
Good right hand by DeLuca at the end of that exchange. Able to cuff Fisher right over the ear. Bang, right in the ear hole. About 20 seconds left in the fight. This guy's keeping up a nice pace for being late in the third.
Yeah, whatever you got to do it now.
Exactly.
Big overhand right by DeLuca. Did not score. Fisher, again, using the distance wisely, throwing out that kick. And again, the uppercut seemed to score.
10-second clacker, and these guys willing to stand toe-to-toe and put it on the line. I love it.
Yeah.
This is just exactly what every coach wants when you hear the 10-second clacker. Just let it go. Well done by both fighters. I'm impressed for their debut.
Yeah, and this is a close fight, JR. I mean, I think that Fisher had more of the power punches. DeLuca was able to land some kicks, but again, in that third round, the front snap kick landed by Fisher, so it depends what the judges see here in a close fight.
Well, regardless of how this goes, I look forward to seeing more of both of these fighters in the future. Checking out the replay here. DeLuca trying to get his head and shoulders into the game as far as using them for some feints. He came out with a little bit of an altered stance compared to what he'd done in the first 2 rounds. Just trying to throw Fisher off a little bit. And to Fisher's credit, he was pretty nonplussed about the whole situation. He just waited for the bell and went to work.
You know, I thought technically, there's that overhand right you talked about, DeLuca, that grazed. But I thought technically Fisher, for an 18-year-old, obviously has been putting that time in the gym.
Well, we've certainly given our opinions. Let's see what the judges have to say.
As you said the last fight, our opinion doesn't mean, but we are 1 for 1. So I'm going with Fisher on this, maybe 29-28. Just a guess.
See what Big Mo says. He knows more than we do.
Mo knows.
Mo knows.
Deluca's ducking his head a little bit on the replay. There's that side kick landed for Fisher.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 full rounds, we go to your judges' scorecard for your decision. Our first judge scores about 29-28, while our second and third judges scored 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Joseph Steve Fisher.
Congratulations to Mr. Fisher, getting the kickboxing career started with a
All
win.
right, I'm here, the
Take it
very
up to Bailey
excited
winners.
Joseph Fisher. It was your first fight tonight. How does it feel to step in this cage for the very first time and claim a victory?
I never felt something so good. I love it.
What was your game plan? What were you preparing for? And did it go how you thought it would tonight?
My goal was to win, and I did, so yeah.
You're young, 18 years old. You've got a bright future ahead. Are you going to be back in the cage sometime soon?
Most definitely.
And who do you want to thank tonight?
My coaches, Fusebox, all my family and friends that came out here. That's it.
Congratulations. Great win tonight. Good work.